These cops weren't out catching criminals, they were running a fried chicken joint of all things. And what was even weirder, whenever customers showed up to grab a bite, not only were they not happy about it, they actually shoot every single one away. Turns out the cops opened the fried chicken place to keep tabs on some drug dealers. They figured the op would run smoothly, but customers kept pouring through the door, and it was seriously getting in the way of their actual job, which had the captain absolutely fuming. The captain had heard from the previous owner that this place had a terrible location. Whoever took it over would end up losing their shirt and everything else with it. That's exactly why he'd put every penny of his savings into buying the place. But after a serious sit-down with the team, they still decided they had to keep the chicken joint running. It was the only way to keep their undercover cover intact. So they stocked up on ingredients and started cranking out fried chicken. What nobody saw coming was that the deputy captain turned out to be ridiculously good at making fried chicken, so good people couldn't stop themselves from going back for more. When the first wave of customers walked in, they were all sweating bullets. It wasn't until the customers started raving about how good the chicken was that the team finally let out a sigh of relief. Before long, this fried chicken joint that had been 1 foot in the grave somehow turned into the talk of the town. They were pulling in more cash in a single day than they made in a whole year on the force, which had the captain totally pumped. He used to ache all over from doing the smallest thing. Now his legs didn't hurt anymore, and neither did his back. In a flash, he completely forgot they were supposed to be undercover. Meanwhile, Jack, who was actually sticking to the mission, noticed the drug dealers were making a big move. He immediately grabbed his radio to call the captain. Little did he know the place was packed wall to wall with customers, and nobody had the time to answer him. With no other choice, he had to go tail the dealers solo. And of course, you can guess where this is going. Working the corner alone, he ended up losing them. When he got back before he could even complain, the team started laying into him instead, saying Jack must have slacked off. Couldn't even handle something this simple. But Jack fired right back. Have y'all forgotten what we came here for? We're supposed to be watching drug dealers, not actually running a chicken joint. Jack's words snapped everyone back to reality, so they decided to crank the chicken prices up 50 times higher, figuring nobody would come in to eat at those prices, and they could finally get back to the mission. But the foot traffic didn't drop one bit. If anything, the place blew up into a viral hotspot. Then came some really bad news. The chief called them all back to the station and grilled them about why, after surveilling for this long, they hadn't dug up a single piece of intel on the drug dealers. Just as the chief was about to pull the plug on the whole operation, Captain Lee got a phone call. Somebody wanted to place a chicken order, and the delivery address was the drug dealer's hideout.